learn a little bit from the Rambam on the laws of Bais Habechirah, the Bais Hamikdash. We previously mentioned the history of the sanctuaries that took place before the permanent one. We said that obviously there was one that was built in the desert, then they built one in the Gilgal. 14 years of conquering and dividing the land. Then they made it to Shiloh. They built a sanctuary out of stones. Which did not have a ceiling. 369 years the sanctuary in Shiloh stood. When Eli passed away, it was destroyed. Then they went to Nov. They built a sanctuary there. When Shmuel passed away, that sanctuary in Nov was destroyed. They made it to Givon. They built a Mikdash there. From Givon they made it to the Bais Hamikdash. Givon and Nov together was 57 years. So once the temple was built in Yerushalayim, it became forbidden to build a sanctuary for Hashem or to offer sacrifices in any other place. There's no sanctuary for all generations except in Yerushalayim and especially on Mount Moriah. Right? It's written in Chronicles 22:1, and David declared, "This is the house of the Lord God, and this is the altar for the burnt offerings of Israel." Psalms 132:14 state, "This is my resting place forever." Rambam views these psukim as more than a statement of Yerushalayim's uniqueness. They also exclude the possibility of constructing other sanctuaries. The design of the structure built by King Shlomo, by Shlomo HaMelech, is described explicitly in the Book of Kings. In contrast, the design of the Messianic temple, though mentioned in the book of Ezekiel, is not explicit nor explained. The people in the time of Ezra built the second temple according to the structure of Shlomo HaMelech, including certain aspects which are explicitly stated in Yechezkel. So it was a combination of what Yechezkel was speaking about Messianic time, and the Bais Hamikdash was built by Shlomo HaMelech. Shlomo HaMelech built the first Bais Hamikdash. So the second Bais Hamikdash has characteristics from the old, first one, and also from the book of Yechezkel, which somewhat gave not much information of how it's going to be, but it says it was built also according to that. It's not explicit in the book of Yechezkel, it's not explained, but the people of the time of Ezra built the second temple according to the structure of Shlomo, including certain aspects. Certain aspects from the from the description of Yechezkel about the Messianic time. So meaning the second Beit HaMikdash had features from the first Beit HaMikdash and from the Beit HaMikdash of Mashiach, the third one. From first and third.
Okay, we'll see the third.
Amen. So the following elements are essential when constructing this house. If they are lacking, we have not fulfilled the mitzvah of constructing the sanctuary. So what are the essential elements? Number one, the sanctuary, the holy chamber containing the golden altar, the menorah, and the table, the three elements. That's what, when you use sanctuary, that means you have these three elements: the table, the menorah, and mizbeach, the golden mizbeach. The Holy of Holies, the inner chamber containing the Holy Ark, so the Holy of Holies. And number three, in front of the sanctuary, there should be a place called the entrance hall. Okay? This refers to a structure positioned before the sanctuary. The commentaries note that in general, an equivalent to each of the structures of the temple existed in the sanctuary of the desert. Based on this principle, they question which structure in the sanctuary correspond to the entrance hall. The three together are called the temple. When you have sanctuary, Holy of Holies, and the front of the sanctuary, altogether that makes it a temple. In addition, we must make another partition around the temple, set off from it slightly, resembling the curtains surrounding the courtyard of the sanctuary in the desert. So it also has to have features from the sanctuary that we had in the Midbar, in the desert. Everything encompassed by this partition is similar to the courtyard of the tent of meeting, and it is called courtyard Azara. The entire area is referred to as the Mikdash. The following utensils are required for the sanctuary. Number 1, an altar for the burnt offering and other sacrifices, which was the Mizbeach HaNechoshes, the Kappa Mizbeach. A ramp to ascend to the altar, it was positioned before the entrance hall to the south, and a wash basin with a pedestal where the priest would sanctify their hands. We'll continue, God willing, tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm just mention a few more. It says, I mentioned the altar, the ramp, the wash basin, the Kohanim would wash their hands and feet. The altar for the incense offering, that's the golden Mizbeach, the Mizbeach, which also called Mizbeach HaKteros, because the incense was offered on the golden Mizbeach. The menorah, the table for the showbread, the latter three were placed within the sanctuary before the Holy of Holies. And that will stop here.